Hi, friends. Hello. It's Miss Mary at the library. I'm so happy to see you. I took my mask off because I'm here by myself. Today, we're going to talk all about friends. I think it'll be fun. I'm so glad you're here. Let's start with a hello song. I forgot our hello song last time. Can you clap with me? I think you'll know this tune. It goes like this. Let's sing hello, hello. Let's sing hello, hello. Hi ho the dairy-o. Let's sing hello, hello. What else could we do? Let's twist hello, hello. Let's twist hello, hello. Hi ho the dairy-o. Let's twist hello, hello. My hands are cold. Can we rub? Let's rub hello, hello. Let's rub hello, hello. Hi ho the dairy-o. Let's rub hello, hello. What about stretch? Can you stretch really high? Let's stretch hello, hello. Let's stretch hello, hello. Hi ho the dairy-o. Let's stretch hello, hello. Good job. Okay, we have a lot of fun books today. I'd like to start with this one. It's called Nikki and Alex. I'm not sure who they are. I think they might be brothers. Did you know a brother could be your friend? My brother's my friend. Nikki and Alex by Catherine Falwell. And for this, we need to thank the nice people at Houghton Mifflin. Nikki and Alex. Blocks and animals make a zoo. You could do that. A quilt and chairs make a tent. A bunny and a bear. Hey, we talked all about bears last time. Make friends. Milk and bananas. What do you think they make? Make a snack. Look what they're doing. They're having their snack with their friends under their tent. That would be a fun thing to do. Paper and tape make hats. We're going to try that. A drum and a horn make a parade. Ta-da! Someday, if it's rainy and cold and you don't want to go outside, you could make a little parade at your house. Let's talk about that hat. How could we make a hat? It's very easy. I'm going to show you. All you need is a piece of newspaper, and your grown-ups will help you. You make sure the folded part is at the top, and then you just fold it down like a triangle, and you tape up the bottom, and then you have a hat. You can wear it like this. You can wear it like this. You could make one for everybody in your family. You could have a parade. So many things. And did you see where they talked about a horn? You might not have a horn at your house, but I bet you have this. A toilet paper tube. That can be a great horn. Or if you're really lucky, maybe your grown-ups have a paper towel tube. That makes an even better horn. And because it's the season when people are wrapping a lot of gifts, you might have one of those giant, long wrapping paper tubes, and then you can be like the announcers at the castle. That would be very fun. I hope you have one of those things. Okay. I would like to read you my very favorite friends, George and Martha. If you don't know George and Martha, I hope you get to know them very well. We have at the library this great big book that has all the George and Martha stories. So it was very hard to choose. But I think I'm going to choose the one about playing a little trick on a friend. It's not always so nice, but it can be a little bit funny. So this one's called The Last Story. George and Martha, if you don't know them, are two hippopotamuses. Hippopotami? I don't know. And they're best friends. One late summer morning, George had a wicked idea. I shouldn't, he said. I really shouldn't. But he just couldn't help himself. Here comes the rain, he cried. Egad, screamed Martha. She was lying in her hammock, just relaxing when George squirted her. Martha was thoroughly drenched. That means very wet. And as mad as a wet hen. That did it, she said. We are no longer on speaking terms. I was only horsing around, said George. But Martha was unmoved. She was really mad. The next morning, Martha read a funny story. I can't wait to tell George, she said. Then she remembered that she and George were no longer on speaking terms. Around noon, Martha heard a joke on the radio. George will love this one, she said. But she and George weren't speaking. In the afternoon, Martha observed the first autumn leaf fall to the ground. Autumn is George's favorite season, she said. Another leaf came swirling down. That does it, said Martha. Martha went straight to George's house. I forgive you, she said. George was delighted to be back on speaking terms. Good friends just can't stay cross for long, said George. You can say that again, said Martha. And together they watched the autumn arrive. You think that's the end? But when summer rolled around again, Martha was ready and waiting. Do you see what she's doing? She has her hose ready, and she's going to squirt George, I'm pretty sure, when he walks by. So she forgave him, but she was going to play a trick on him, too. Anyway, I hope that you will get to read some George and Martha books because they are fun. Okay, let's do a song. All you need for this is just your fingers. And you need to count. You know how to do that. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little fingers. 4 little, 5 little, 6 little fingers. 7 little, 8 little, 9 little fingers. 10 little fingers to play with me. You could go backwards. You want to try that? Start with all of them. 10 little, 9 little, 8 little fingers. 7 little, 6 little, 5 little fingers. 4 little, 3 little, 2 little fingers. 1 little finger to play with me. Did you ever think your fingers could be your friends? They can. They can do all kinds of fun things. Okay, so what is a friend exactly? Who can be your friend? There are lots of answers. I'm going to read you a book that talks about this. I read this book when I was little. It's called A Friend is Someone Who Likes You. That's really all you need for a friend. Just have it be someone who likes you. It's by Joan Walsh Anglin. And for this one, we have to thank our friends at Houghton Mifflin. I hope I remember to thank them for George and Martha, too. A friend is someone who likes you. Get a little bit closer so you can see better. There we go. A friend is someone who likes you. It can be a boy, it can be a girl, or a cat, or a dog, or even a white mouse. It's a very small little mouse. A tree can be a different kind of friend. It doesn't talk to you, but you know it likes you because it gives you apples or pears or cherries. or sometimes a place to swing. A brook can be a friend in a special way. Do you know what a brook is? It's like a little small river. I have a brook that I walk to every day. It talks to you with splashy gurgles. It cools your toes and lets you sit quietly beside it when you don't feel like speaking. The wind can be a friend too. It sings soft songs to you at night when you are sleepy and feeling lonely. Sometimes it calls to you to play. It pushes you from behind as you walk and makes the leaves dance for you. It is always with you wherever you go, and that's how you know it likes you. Sometimes you don't know who your friends are. Sometimes they are there all the time, but you walk right past them and don't notice that they like you in a special way. And then you think you don't have any friends. Then you must stop hurrying and rushing so fast and move very slowly and look around carefully to see someone who smiles at you in a special way, or a dog that wags its tail extra hard when you are near, or a tree that lets you climb it easily, or a brook that lets you be quiet when you want to be quiet. Sometimes you have to find your friend. Some people have lots and lots of friends. And some people have quite a few friends. But everyone in the whole world has at least one friend. Where did you find yours? Let's think for a minute about all the different kinds of friends. Did you think about your mom and dad could be your friend? And your grandma and grandpa definitely can be your friend. And even your sisters and brothers can be your friends. But what about a dog or a cat or a bird or a fish? They can be your friends. And now we know that brooks, little rivers, or maybe the lake can be your friend, or a tree. So many places to find friends. I hope you find a new one today. Okay, one more set of very famous friends that we have to read about. This is Frog and Toad. Frog and Toad are very famous friends. There are many Frog and Toad stories, but and this one is an I can read book. So if there is a bigger kid at your house that knows how to read, they could even read this one to you. I'm going to pick the story called The Letter. Now you can tell Frog and Toad apart in here because Frog is kind of green and Toad is kind of brown. It's called The Letter. Oh, I have to talk about the book. It's by Arnold Lobel. And for this, we're thanking HarperCollins for letting us read this book today. Toad was sitting, I got to make sure you can see. There we go. Toad was sitting on his front porch. Frog came along and said, "What is the matter, Toad? You are looking sad." "Yes," said Toad. "This is my sad time of day. It's the time when I wait for the mail to come. It always makes me very unhappy." "Why is that?" asked Frog. "Because I never get any mail," said Toad. "Not ever?" asked Frog. "No, never," said Toad. "No one has ever sent me a letter. Every day my mailbox is empty. That is why waiting for the mail is a sad time for me." Frog and Toad sat on the porch, feeling sad together. Then Frog said, "I have to go home now, Toad. There is something that I must do." Frog hurried home. He found a pencil and a piece of paper. He wrote on the paper. He put the paper in an envelope. On the envelope, he wrote, "A letter for Toad." Frog ran out of his house. He saw a snail that he knew. "Snail," said Frog, "please take this letter to Toad's house and put it in his mailbox." "Sure," said the snail, "right away." Do you know about snails? They're not very fast. That's all I'll say. Then Frog ran back to Toad's house. Toad was in bed taking a nap. Toad, said Frog, I think you should get up and wait for the mail some more. No, said Toad. I am tired of waiting for the mail. Frog looked out the window at Toad's mailbox. The snail was not there yet. Toad, said Frog, you never know when someone may send you a letter. No, no, said Toad. I do not think anyone will ever send me a letter. Frog looked out the window. The snail was not there yet. But Toad, said Frog, someone may send you a letter today. Don't be silly, said Toad. No one has ever sent me a letter before, and no one will send me a letter today. Frog looked out the window. The snail was still not there. Frog, Frog, why do you keep looking out of the window? Asked Toad. Because now I am waiting for the mail, said Frog. But there will not be any, said Toad. Oh, yes, there will, said Frog, because I have sent you a letter. You have? Said Toad. What did you write in the letter? Frog said, I wrote, Dear Toad, I am glad that you are my best friend. Your best friend, Frog. Oh, said Toad, that makes a very good letter. Then Frog and Toad went out onto the front porch to wait for the mail. They sat there feeling happy together. Frog and Toad waited a long time. 4 days later, the snail got to Toad's house and gave him the letter from Frog. Toad was very pleased to have it. So, we're in kind of funny times right now where we can't see a lot of our friends. Maybe we can't see our grandmas and grandpas and people that we love. But one thing we could do to be a good friend would be write them a letter. You don't have to be able to write real words. You could draw a picture. You could put it in an envelope with your grown-ups' help and send it off to somebody that you love. That would be a nice thing to do. Okay, let's do a song about friends. I brought my ukulele. I'm not very good at playing ukulele, but I still think it's fun. And do you know what we have at the library? We have a ukulele. I think it's checked out right now, but you could check it out sometime and you could play the ukulele at your house. So this is a song about new friends and old friends. It's good to have both. That's what this is about. It goes like this. Can you see? I think you can. Make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other's gold. A circle's round, it has no end. That's how long I want to be your friend. Make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other's gold. Do you know the other thing about that song? You can sing it as a round. That means you start, and then somebody else comes in, and then somebody else comes in. Like, make new friends, and the next person, make new friends, and the next person, make new friends. You could try that at your house. And here's one more thing you could try at your house. You could make your own ukulele. Look what I did. It's just a box. People are getting a lot of things in the mail these days, so you might have a box at your house. Don't pick a really big one, just a small one. And then put rubber bands on it, and you could make your own ukulele. Oh, did you hear that one? Boom, boom, boom. It changes the sound depending on how big the rubber bands are and how you put them in here. Anyway, just an idea. That could be fun. Okay, I have another favorite book of mine. This one is called When the Sun Rose. And it's about two very good friends who had a really special day together. And for this one, we are going to thank Penguin Random House for letting us read. This is called When the Sun Rose by Barbara Helen Berger. When the Sun Rose. Oh, and she dedicated it. Do you know what that is? That's when you write a book and you tell the world that you're dedicating it to a special person in your life. And this, she says, to my dear friend, Sherry. Maybe she did this kind of thing with Sherry when she was little. When the sun rose today, a friend came to visit me. She came in a carriage, bright as the sun. Even the stones in the road were shining. Her lion stopped at my gate. Do you see the girl inside waiting? Then she got out of her carriage and came to my door. I opened it and said, "Come in." The lion came in with her. I was afraid, yet his feet were quiet as sunlight on the floor, and my whole playhouse was warm. We sat down and had some honey cake and tea. The lion had blueberries with cream. Then our dolls traded dresses. The lion purred. Look, I think they're reading a book. And we made rainbows all day. Isn't it fun to paint rainbows? Look, they're just having a quiet day painting their rainbows. The lion's taking a nap. Then my friend had to say goodbye. Her carriage was gold as sunset. "Will you come again?" I asked. "Yes," she said, "I promise." All the way I watched her going home. Even the stones had long shadows. Now it is dark. My friend is gone, but she will keep her promise, I know, for the rainbow we made still shines on the wall. And my house is full of roses. Isn't that nice? What a nice day those friends had together. Those are very special times. Okay. Do you remember in the little book we just read a minute ago that it said a tree can be your friend? This is a book all about that. It's called The Giving Tree. I like this book so much. It's by Shel Silverstein, and we are thanking HarperCollins Publishing for letting us read this book today. Here's the dedication for Nikki. I don't know who Nikki is, but someone that Shel Silverstein knows. Once there was a tree, and she loved a little boy. Can you see his little foot? There's a little foot that's coming right onto the page. And every day the boy would come. And he would gather her leaves and make them into crowns and play King of the Forest. He would climb up her trunk. You can't see him. He's behind the tree. There are his little feet and his little hands. And swing from her branches. Do you see him up there? and eat apples. All you can see are the apple cores that are falling down because he's eating so many. And they would play hide and go seek. And when he was tired, he would sleep in her shade. Did you ever do that? Fall asleep by a tree? It's so nice. And the boy loved the tree. He's hugging her very much. And the tree was happy. But time went by. And the boy grew older. And the tree was often alone. Then one day the boy came to the tree. Do you see how much bigger he is now? And the tree said, "Come, boy, come and climb up my trunk and swing from my branches and eat apples and play in my shade and be happy." "I am too big to climb and play," said the boy. "I want to buy things and have fun. I want some money. Can you give me some money?" "I'm sorry," said the tree, "but I have no money. Take my apples, boy, and sell them in the city. Then you will have money and you will be happy." And so the boy climbed up the tree and gathered her apples and carried them away. And the tree was happy. But the boy stayed away for a long time, and the tree was sad. And then one day the boy came back, and the tree shook with joy, and she said, "Come, boy, climb up my trunk and swing from my branches and be happy." "I am too busy to climb trees," said the boy. Do you see, he's not really a boy anymore. He's pretty much a man. "I want a house to keep me warm," he said. "I want a wife and I want children. And so I need a house. Can you give me a house?" "I have no house," said the tree. "The forest is my house. But you may cut off my branches and build a house. Then you will be happy." And so the boy cut off her branches and carried them away to build his house. And the tree was happy. But the boy stayed away for a long time. And when he came back, the tree was so happy she could hardly speak. "Come, boy," she whispered. "Come and play." "I am too old and sad to play," said the boy. "I want a boat that will take me far away from here. Can you give me a boat?" You see, the boy's an old man now. "Cut down my trunk and make a boat," said the tree. "Then you can sail away and be happy." And so the boy cut down her trunk and made a boat and sailed away. And the tree was happy, but not really. And after a long time, the boy came back again. "I am sorry, boy," said the tree, "but I have nothing left to give you. My apples are gone." "My teeth are too weak for apples," said the boy. "My branches are gone," said the tree. "You cannot swing on them." "I'm too old to swing on branches," said the boy. "My trunk is gone," said the tree. "You cannot climb." "I'm too tired to climb," said the boy. "I am sorry," sighed the tree. "I wish that I could give you something, but I have nothing left. I am just an old stump. I am sorry." "I don't need very much now," said the boy. "Just a quiet place to sit and rest. I am very tired." "Well," said the tree, straightening herself up as much as she could. "Well, an old stump is good for sitting and resting. Come, boy, sit down. Sit down and rest." And the boy did. And the tree was happy. The end. There's the boy who's now an old man sitting on the stump. Wow, that really was a very giving tree. That was a friend who just kept doing nice, nice things for his friend. That's a good one to end on, don't you think? Okay. Think of something you could do for a friend today. Write a letter or make a ukulele and make a video and send it to your friend. or go sit by a tree. You'll think of something. Let's do our goodbye song. Now it's time to say goodbye. I will see you nigh and nigh. But till then, please have some fun. Go outside and jump and run. Or perhaps you'll read a book in your cozy little nook. Do you remember what a nook is? It's just a little fun place in your house that's cozy. It can be anywhere. I'm so glad you came today. I can't wait till I can meet you in person and we can do lots of songs and books together. But till then, I hope you have a wonderful day and week. And next week, we are going to talk all about cookies, my favorite thing in the whole world. I hope you'll come back. Bye.